everyone, welcome to CodeSoft. So today we'll be talking about how to get into EDA and VLSI companies. And so to throw some light on this, we have Abhishek who will be letting us know how we can prepare for these companies and what skills are required. Welcome Abhishek.
Hi, Uttam. Thank you.
So Abhishek, tell us about something about yourself. What are you currently doing?
So currently, I am an SD1 at Swiggy, and prior to this, I have worked with Cadence as a software engineer and also as an intern in Minter Graphics.
Thanks, Abhishek. I know our viewers will love to hear from you. Okay, so let's move on to the first question. Just wanted to know what real life problems were you dealing with during your Cadence and Mentors experience?
So while I was in Cadence, I was part of the timing optimization team. So what happens is that whenever we make a chip, that is the chip that we use in our mobile phones or anywhere, be it laptop or anything, so we need to optimize it so that it do not lag any in any sense, right? So for that optimizations, we were working on like different technologies like C++ and C algorithms, maybe graph algorithms to optimize those timing lags. This was my work at Cadence.
Okay, and what about Mentor Graphics?
So in Mentor Graphics, I was part of the product validation team. So what we were doing is that there are different products, let's say a simulator or maybe emulator. So we used to actually do validation on the features of that product by trying out different tests and automating them. So that was my main work at Mentor Graphics.
That's amazing, lots to learn, yeah. Okay, now I want to know if you could tell us about the culture of Mentor Graphics and Cadence.
I would say that the work culture is very good over both these companies. So they are like big companies, big MNCs, and everything over there is just amazing. Even if I talk about the balance of work and like personal life, it's amazing over there. So there's no issues regarding that.
Okay, so just wanted to know how did you get into these companies? What steps you followed? How did you apply?
So I got all of these opportunities off campus and I got these jobs from LinkedIn. So my basic motive was that first I read about the industry, the VLSI, the what we call the EDA company domain, and then I actually figured out that what all technologies do they use and what all common technologies that I can learn which would help me in my interview process. So I came across Linux, that I saw that in all of these companies the main operating system is Linux. So I actually learned Linux, added something in my resume regarding Linux, also created projects on C++ because most of the technology in like Mentor Graphics and even Cadence is related to C++. So did those things and then I tried reaching out to people over LinkedIn in these different companies and hopefully got these jobs.
That's nice. LinkedIn is a really strong platform. I would recommend if our viewers can use it effectively, it can really make wonders. Thanks for sharing, Abhishek. And how was your interview experience, the entire interview experience? If you could just throw some light on that.
So if I talk about my interview experience, so first let's talk about Cadence. So there was no coding test or assessment in the beginning because I was having an experience of internship with Mentor Graphics, so they directly pushed me into the interview sessions. The first interview session was basically based upon like data structures and algorithms, but not that hard data structures. So they generally asked basic layer linked list questions and arrays questions. Also they focused upon oops concept because even while I was working in Cadence I used to see that most of the code was highly oops concentric, so it was like very good. And so the first interview was based upon these skills. Then in my second interview they asked me a couple of puzzles which were I think like if you know them priorly then you will be able to solve, but they're helpful. They do give us hints in between. And so this is more about my second interview. And also apart from this, one coding question was there in the second interview as well. That was also like a basic array question. So the third interview was a mix of manager as well as the HR. So they asked general HR questions and normal work expectations. So this was all about my what we call the cadence interview. And if I talk about my Mentor Graphics interview, so it was for the position of intern. And in for the intern position, I don't think they generally ask very much questions, or they take any high process. So for me, first my resume got screened through the LinkedIn, and after that I got a call from the manager from the respective team, and he asked me general questions. Okay, so do you know Linux, and do you know Verilog, and all such things, some basic things. And he just took the idea of what I want to do and what are my expectation, and that was all. So there was no like lengthy process or anything like that. So general questions regarding the mental graphics interview.
Thanks, Abhishek. If you could tell us what are all the job options and opportunities in EDA and VLSI companies?
Sure. So basically, in these companies, a person from CS background or electrical background or maybe EC background or instrumentation background also. So they all have career options in these companies. So there are roles which involve core electronic skills, like if we talk about STA analysis, that general like electronic student do study in their colleges. So there are those roles also. Apart from them, there are software engineer roles. So a person who is from a CS background, he can also get a good job over there. Also, there are roles that are like product management roles and data analyst roles. And even if you are interested in technical content writing, so all these roles are present. And moreover, even internships of these roles are present in all of these companies.
That's amazing. So, what are the preparation strategies? I'm sure everybody wants to know what are the skills required, what are the preparation strategies?
Yeah, so if I talk about the preparation strategies, my main advice would be that first study the industry. See, there's a thing called as ASIC flow. So read about that and check what all steps do they follow in that ASIC flow, and then you will get a better understanding about the industry, about what EDA company works, how everything is going around in them. And then after that, just see what all technologies they are using. So my advice would be that Linux, a person who is just looking for an internship or an entry level job, so he should be good in Linux, because Linux is an added advantage. Every person who is going over there and he's maybe an intern or an SD1, first 7 to 10 days he spends learning Linux. So if anyone is having that Linux knowledge prior only, so the managers and everyone do prefer them, and that is an added advantage for them. And apart from it, I would say that you can just focus on OOP skills also, because that is very important to get a job if you are looking for a job in software domain. And that's all. And also, even Verilog is also very important for those who are looking for, let's say, a mix of software and electronics job, or maybe a core electronics job. So a knowledge of the knowledge of Verilog is also very important.
Thank you, Abhishek. I think our viewers have a lot to take off. Okay, so if you can guide and give a message to our viewers how they can prepare well, how they can use their time effectively, and what all they can do to, and especially those who are currently in their college, what all they can do to get into these companies, if you could just tell.
So for someone who wants to get a job into these companies, my recommendation would be that first of all, do not just throw away your resume to the recruiters without just studying about the industry, without knowing what all skills you should actually add in your resume to get selected. Okay. Another recommendation would be that if you are having the knowledge of Linux, that will be an added advantage. And recruiters, if you're looking for a position of internship or any intern position, so recruiters do actually check if you have the knowledge of Linux, because that will actually save about 10 to 15 days of their teaching. So that helps them, and even you if you are looking for the job. So that is one advice. Other is that I would say that, as I told you, that do create projects that are related to both mixture of, let's say, software and some hardware involved in it, be it Verilog or any other technology. So that's all I would recommend, that first you should modify your resume according to the industry, and then you should try for it. And I think LinkedIn is a very good resource, a very good tool. You find a lot of people out there in all of these companies, and they are generous too. If you'll just send them resume that is having these added skills, then you'll surely get a call from them.
Thanks, Abhishek. That's a lot to learn from you, and thanks for sharing your experience and also highlighting the key insights. Okay, thanks everyone. That's all for today. See you next time. Bye.